Hi there, this is the Anand Carlsen theme trap, and it's taken from a line in the game number 2 of their World Championship match in 2003, in which Anand had the white pieces and Magnus Carlsen the black pieces, and he played a Caro Kann with c6. So d4 was met by d5 and knight c3 by Anand defending the pawn on e4. Carlsen took, Anand recaptured with a knight, and bishop f5, the classical line, hitting the knight, which drops back to g3, hitting the bishop. In turn, the bishop retreats to g6. h4, and that pawn wants to head on further to h5 to essentially trap the bishop. So black creates a flight square for the bishop with a move h6, offering that h7 square as a place of refuge for the bishop when hit. Knight f3 first is met by e6, and now knight e5 again targets the bishop, who drops back to the hole now on h7. And here Anand played bishop d3, offering up a trade of bishops, but also offering up perhaps that pawn on d4. That pawn is a poison pawn, and Carlsen clearly didn't take the pawn. It's important to stress the game ended in a draw, but what would have happened if the pawn gets taken? Well, queen takes d4, black's in ruin after knight takes on f7. The knight gives itself up, puts itself on a white square, because now if not bishop takes d3, but if king takes the knight on f7, then the bishop on d3 makes its way to g6, that's check, and white will pick up the queen on d4 on the next move. So after knight takes on f7, black will take that bishop on d3, and after knight takes on h8, black wants to somehow get that bishop out of harm's way and ensure that the knight on h8 doesn't come out alive. That's not going to happen. Black will first try queen e5, and white will play here not this move, bishop e3. That's be slightly mistaken. That would allow bishop b4 check, and then if white interposes with c3, then bishop takes c3, and black does have some counterplay. More correct after queen e5 is dropping the knight back from g3 to e2, because now if this bishop heads back to h7, getting out of trouble, then white wins quite prettily with queen d8, giving up the queen, since after king takes on d8, knight f7, the knight does come out there alive, and with a lot of vitality picks up the queen after the king-queen fork. And if black would have, instead of running with the bishop from d3, chosen to trade with bishop takes on e2, then queen takes on e2, offering a trade of queens. The knight's heading out on g6, and if the queen, say, goes to f5, then g4 ensures white is clearly winning this game, with that e6 pawn a potential target as well. So this has been the Anand Carlsen theme trap in the Caro Kann. Hope you found it useful, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.